Hi guys, it's Patricia. Welcome to Tester Tuesday. If you are a Scentsy fan and you want to hear about Scentsy, then this is the place to be because every week I discuss 2 scents with you guys. But the great part is you guys tell me which scents to warm and review. So we had 142 votes last week, quite a few votes. And in first place, we had a dark blue wax. I don't have a bar, but I'll show you the color of the wax. Here it is, hardened in the dish. This is a really nice big dish. This is from the Free to Fly warmer. You can check out my haul if you want to see that warmer. Anyway, this is Thunderstorm, and it had 31% of the vote. And in second place, we had a light brown colored wax. And this one is called Chocolate Coconut Cream, and that one had 24% of the vote. So the order, in case you're interested, it went Thunderstorm, Chocolate Coconut Cream. And then in third place, we had Pineapple Pucker, followed by Blueberry Cheesecake, then Lilacs and Violets, and Lush Gardenia. So let's get into our first place scent this week. It is Thunderstorm, and this is a retired scent. I think it was last available in the January 2019 Bring Back My Bar session. So I would put this one as a fresh scent for sure. And when you smell it on cold sniff, it's probably medium to strong, maybe closer to strong. The scent description for Thunderstorm is very refreshing, sharp, spicy outdoor fragrance like the breeze in a storm. So that is a pretty vague scent description. So let's just kind of break it down. It is very refreshing. It is very crisp. It's got a sharpness to it. So that's the second word, sharp. Yes, spicy is the only thing I may not agree with because spicy implies food spices, and I wouldn't say that this is food spice. But it's got a kick and it's got an intensity. So maybe you could consider that like a spiciness, but to me, spiciness in the sense of food, no. It definitely smells like the outdoors, and it definitely smells like a stormy, deep, mysterious scent. It smells aquatic, and it smells floral, and it smells like there's lavender in here, but it smells very fresh and clean. Not like laundry, just fresh, clean, outdoors, vibrancy, aquatic, freshness. That's the best way to describe it. This is a very unique scent, but if you're looking for a scent that might be close, there is one, and I'm going to put that aside to show you. Now, my previous experience with Thunderstorm. So when I first was interested in joining Scentsy, I asked my sponsor if I could smell any tester that she had because I was very interested to smell testers. And I remember I smelled Thunderstorm and I put like a little heart next to it, so I really liked it. And then I was really excited when it came back in January 2019 because I knew I'd liked it from my initial, first exposure to it. So when I warmed that bar, I remember it wasn't as strong as I thought it was, and something about it kind of just bugged me a little bit. No, it wasn't like that I hated it or anything. I was just, my hopes were so high, and then I think they came down a little bit. Because sometimes that happens when you really think you're going to like a scent and then it doesn't live up to your expectations. It kind of feels like a wah-wah, even though it's not really. But the sad news is my family really didn't like Thunderstorm very much. I kind of got a few complaints. So I think it's one of those scents that could be headache-inducing for some, could be bothersome for some, because it is assertive. Now, I remember when I warmed that bar in my open concept, it didn't do as well as I thought. When I put it in other spaces, it did better, especially a bathroom. It was nice and fresh and clean. But how did this tester do? Well, this tester was sweaty. I just want to mention that. And this is roughly about 1 1/4 cubes. I usually warm about 2 cubes here in my bedroom. And it's a 25-watt bulb warmer, ceramic warmer that I warm it in. The first day I left it going 16 hours, and I would say the maximum strength and throw was 8.5. Now, after about 6 or 7 hours, I felt like it went down to about a 5 out of 10. So it was definitely nice and assertive at the beginning, and then just it kind of starts to die off. So that was day 1. Day 2, I put it on for 2 hours, and I just couldn't get anything out of it. So I took it and turned it off, and I just left it in here. And when I smell it like this, it feels oily a little bit, but I can't get any scent to my nose. But I can still definitely smell the remnants in here nice and strong. So what I would say about Thunderstorm is it basically is like a storm. It's pretty intense at the beginning, but it does start to teeter out, and then it kind of dies off. Now, if you're someone that likes summer rain, you may like Thunderstorm, although Thunderstorm is much more aggressive, assertive in your face. This is like a nice, gentle, calm version. It's just a rain. Thunderstorm is a little bit more intense. It does seem spicier in the sense that maybe there's coriander or something like that mixed with lavender, aquatic, and florals. I don't know, that's my best guess. Now, where would I warm a scent like this? I would say the best place to warm it for me personally would be like a laundry room or a bathroom. Now, I remember when I warmed it in a bathroom, it did seem to last longer because in the bathroom I have 15-watt mini warmers. So the intensity is not as strong out of the gate, but it maintains a scent longer because it takes longer for the oils to be released, totally released. So that is probably where I will utilize Thunderstorm if it comes back. And I'll just try to make sure my family isn't bothered by it because some of them, like I said, aren't crazy about this one. And I really appreciate it for its uniqueness. I do really like it. I think I like it better on cold than I do on warm, but I do enjoy it. It's not a love, it's a like. If it comes back, I'll be okay with it. I'll purchase the kit, use my bar, but probably won't stock up. I probably won't buy any more. And I won't put it in my Scentsy Club, but the good news is a lot of people really, really like this scent, and they will definitely put it in their Scentsy Club. Now, as I film this video, I've pre-filmed my Tester Tuesday video, so it'll be interesting to see when this comes out, this video. I think Thunderstorm will be announced that it's coming back on Monday. This comes out Tuesday, but we'll see. And that is Thunderstorm. So let's talk about our second place scent this week. It is Chocolate Coconut Cream. And I had one sweaty tester of this, but I have this bar, I think, plus 2 others. Now on Cold Sniff, this is about a medium intensity fragrance. It is retired. It was last available, I believe, in around 2017 timeframe, maybe 2016. And back then it would have been in the corner cafe section. Now it would be in the bakery section. So the scent description for Chocolate Coconut Cream is notes of cocoa powder, coconut cream, and caramel. So 3 notes. We have cocoa powder. I would say, to me, I don't really get cocoa powder. I get more like a milk chocolate, a nice soft melted milk chocolate, because melted is much better than regular. Then coconut cream. It's definitely creamy. This scent is definitely creamy to me. It reminds me of a nice, almost like coconut oil mixed with like a creamy milk chocolate. Now the third note we get is caramel. I don't really get caramel. I've tried to see if I get it. I don't know if I get it. I really get the coconut with the chocolate the most, and a creaminess. Not too much caramel. So I wouldn't avoid this scent because of that third note. So I would definitely say it smells edible, it smells delicious. It has a vanilla smell towards the end, and maybe even a slight nuttiness. But let me tell you, my previous experience with this. So my first order I ever picked up from Scentsy, my sponsor, she gave me a scent circle in this, and I opened it up and I'm like, this is disgusting. I hated it. And I remember my daughter said, this is disgusting. But I put it in the car anyway because that's the way I roll. And then the next day we were like, what's that delicious smell? And it was this. So right out of the gate, it can kind of maybe be a little bit bothersome. And I found that when I warmed that in my laundry room, I kind of got that a little bit as well. But so the other thing was I did have a bar, and I remember thinking I didn't really like it. So I warmed it in a certain location, walked in the room in the house. This was probably like a couple of years ago. And I'm like, what does that smell? It smelled so good. And it was this. And so I was like, well, I better hoard this because it's not available. So I think I have this bar plus 2 others, and this one's all beat up. It's broken. It goes through stages where it gets sweaty, and then the oil reabsorbs. So I don't know. But yeah, I definitely am hoarding this until it comes back. But let me just tell you, this is what it reminds me of. So I put it in my open concept space, 4 cubes. I'll just skip to how it did first. Strength and throw, 6.5, 7. It wasn't a huge, heavy winner in the open concept, but you could definitely smell it. You could smell it. It was a nice background, edible, yummy, creamy, vanilla, chocolate, coconut scent. Then I put it in my mudroom, laundry room. Again, 6.5 to 7 at the most. Probably closer to 6.5 because it's a mini warmer. And I really didn't like it as much in the laundry room. And I think it's just because I'm thinking, why did I put a chocolate coconut scent in the laundry room? But I just wanted to experience it in a lighter wattage, a lower wattage warmer to see. But I left the mini warmer going 2 days, 15 hours, and I left the open concept going 2 days, 20 hours. Now I only left it going long because I really wanted to kind of utilize this because I do really, really like this. But if you kind of want to know what this smells like, I will kind of tell you. It gave me a scent memory. There's a girl I used to work with, her name was Bonnie. And Bonnie made me these squares one time, so I call them Bonnie squares, and she gave me the recipe, and I'll tell you the recipe because I just made them. I haven't put the chocolate on the top, but I'll tell you. So it's got 2 cups of Graham crumbs, 2 cups of coconut. I use 1 cup sweetened and 1 cup unsweetened. It's got a half a cup of butter. It's got a can of sweetened condensed milk. You mix that all together and you pat it in an 8x8 pan and you bake it for 18 minutes at 350. Once that's cooled, you take 4 Aero bars, or the equivalent of 4 Aero bars in weight of milk chocolate. You melt that up and add a 1/4 cup of like an oil. Now you could actually add coconut oil. That would be a great modification. Anyway, you spread that on top, you refrigerate it, you cut it into squares, and you keep it in the fridge usually because it kind of gets nice and chewy and soft. Anyway, they're delicious. I'll put the recipe down in the comments section, description box of the video, but that's what this reminds me of. You've got the earthiness of the Graham, you've got the creamy butter, you've got the coconut. You maybe the only thing you might be missing is like the creaminess, like the vanilla creaminess. But when you add all those things together, that's what it smells like. That's what it reminded me of, and that's why I made those squares. So anyway, if you think this sounds like a good scent and you have access to Hug in a Mug, then they are fairly close. Hug in a Mug doesn't have, it has like a more of a hazelnut chocolate chip kind of vibe going on. This has more of like a, maybe it is caramel and coconut. Anyway, they're both good. I like them both, but I think I prefer chocolate coconut cream. And it's kind of also similar to maybe Bath & Body Works hot cocoa and cream if you've tried that. Don't make the mistake like I did. I probably wouldn't use it in a bathroom, and I wouldn't use it in a laundry room, but it's really nice in a bedroom if you want a nice soft bakery, nice soft open concept, entranceway, rec room, things like that. And this would be good to mix with a lot of different things. You could mix it with brownie batter to tame down the chocolate. I'd really like to try this with Peppermint Dreams. I'd really like to try this with a coffee scent. So lots of options. Will this be something that I hope comes back someday? Yes. I definitely would like to see it back. I probably would add it to my Scentsy Club, and that is chocolate coconut cream. So this is the portion of the video that we are going to move to drawing for the scents. I always say we, but I mean me. I'm going to draw 6 scents from this box. You guys are going to vote for 2 different scents by Wednesday morning. Check the pinned comment and see if voting is open or closed, because I always get votes after the fact. And you can always vote on Instagram if you cannot vote on YouTube. My name is Patricia Gates. Look me up and find me there. So let's get to drawing. Scent number 1 is By the Sea. Scent number 2 is Iced Pine. Scent number 3 is a single. We'll just grab from the singles. Bamboo Yuzu. Scent number 4 is Lemon Sorbet. Scent number 5. I think I know what this is because I remember. It's strong. I'll give you a hint, it's a strong one. Yep. Clothesline. And let's see, scent number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to go way to the bottom, and scent number 6 is Fresh Cut Daisies. So let's review our voting options. We have By the Sea, it's a current scent. Iced Pine just retired as a fall and winter scent. Bamboo Yuzu is a retired scent. It came back and bring back my bar roughly about the same time as Thunderstorm did. Lemon Sorbet is something that you can get right now as a spring and summer scent. Clothesline is a year-round scent. And last but not least, Fresh Cut Daisies. I think this came back in the summer of 2018 as a bring back my bar. So thanks for spending the last few minutes with me. As always, I want you guys to take great care this time that we're going through in life. It's pretty stressful. I hope you guys have a great day in your neck of the woods, as great as it can be, and I will see you guys in the next video.